you rolling?
Yeah.
Are you on, Meow? Are you right, Meow?
I'm right now.
All right. You sure?
Yeah.
All right.
What are you cutting?
I got to do a dude. Guy ordered a 24-inch lanyard, so I'm going to build that. I'm going to show you how to make pals. I think I've showed you how we do this, but you're going to see it again. And being that human beings are lazy, they might not have seen this. They're going to be like, "Oh man, I've never seen this." So we're going to do this. You're going to start with a 2-inch piece of webbing. You're going to fold it in half. And you could totally build a gauge, which would make this easier, right? Just a piece of material that you're going to trace on both sides like plastic. And you need to be cognizant of your Sharpie or how sharp your pen or pencil is, because you're going to add to it and it's going to affect, you want it right at 2 inches. And you need to take into consideration whether you're splitting this line, or you're cutting on the top or the bottom, because you might end up cutting some top, some bottom, and then you'll be like 2 1/4. So, which won't matter on this because it's a lanyard. But if you were truly trying to make 1-inch webbing, 1-inch wide pals webbing, that would make a difference. See, if you see this, where that line is under a 2, and I'm right under here, so. He says, oh, those are not going to work. Will these cut? See how I'm jacking my wrist here? Mm-hmm. That's where the carpal tunnel came from. That and that monstrosity of a phone I carry around. Doing this all the time. My hand won't hurt when I wake up in the morning, and then I use the phone for a few minutes. And that's what's amplifying it for sure. So, when you're cutting, and I know you guys are all ninjas, you all got lasers, but when you're cutting, turn your body some and try to cut, try to jack your wrist less. It will add up. And I know all you youngsters, you're like, it won't affect me. It will. It'll affect you. It's accumulative. Want me to make it loud? I don't know. There's not enough weight on this roll really to do it. You'll see I had some plate. Oh, here's one. Now we can get down to business. They have these cool weights that they would use on scales. They're small, but they're super heavy. And those are good for this too. You could also use like sandbags, bean bags, shot bags, anything with weight in it. This is what we need right here though. So that'll do that. And I need to, I've been putting this on. This won't fit here. That roll's taller. Weird. I've been putting this off. I need to redo this radio pouch because the 3-inch webbing is hit and miss on ordering it. So I'm going to build it out of the Cordura. So I just need a sample. I figure if we go ahead and build it out of this, we'll do a giveaway on this. This is almost not dark enough, and then the other one's too dark. Let's see if I remember how to build this. I think I do. It's the radio pouch with the extended batteries on it. So we're replacing 3-inch webbing, so we're basically just going to take a 6-inch piece that's 11 inches. We'll still do it. We'll just double the width of the webbing and make the webbing. Well, Right in there. I don't know why these are here, but they're really fucking me up. I keep grabbing them. And this stuff, this 1000 is stiffer. It's got a nice heavy coating, so it cuts much easier than that other stuff. Not that the other didn't cut okay, but this definitely cuts easier. It's heavy-handed, which means it's stiff. It's got a nice stiff feel to it. Don't film this. They can totally figure it out, but I'm not going to give it to them. I think we've shown how to make this video. I think it's probably one of the first videos, maybe.
I think so.
Some
My friend started a really cool Instagram page and YouTube kind of where he goes around on his motorcycle finding other cool motorcycles that people aren't on, and he takes photos like Instax photos.
What's that mean?
It's like a Polaroid.
Okay.
But it's a small one.
Takes pictures of his bike with their bike.
With their bike and says "cool bike" and puts it on theirs for them.
Oh.
And then puts his like social media on there.
So he has a Polaroid with him?
Yeah, it's like he carries it on him. That's a pretty cool concept, I thought. It could be done with cars or anything.
Yeah, he should do it, and they have to find him on social.
That's what he has his social media on there. But it would be cool if he just didn't put it on there and they had to find it.
Yeah. How does he monetize that?
I don't know.
People are weirdos. Go buy t-shirts with their motorcycle on them.
It's like those photographers that sit outside the dragon's tail.
Oh,
They sit on every
tail of the
curve.
dragon, yeah.
Yeah, and then they take photos of you, but you have to buy them off their website.
Yeah. How everything is. All right, we need some 1/4-inch bungee.
How many scissors do you go through? You think a month?
Dude, I can run a pair of scissors for 6 fucking months. It's when they get dropped on the ground that they go to shit.
It's gone.
Yeah. And scissors.
Once there's a small bend,
Scissors are fucking trash now, man. We used to buy $14 scissors from Walmart. Buy all they had. I could run a pair for 6 months. Dude, I'm lucky. They wear out in the pivot. I'm lucky to get a month out of them now. I can still cut like material, but when you go to cut heavier webbing and shit, they just won't cut. What's it doing? It's an oily. Nope. It's this salt-based pre-workout.
it looks like salt.
Super tangy. It'll be over with before you see it. So what I'm building here is 3-inch backs to this. Typically we make this out of 3-inch webbing. The webbing is getting unreliable in the colors I need. So we're just going to switch it and build a pattern so that we will actually make this out of Cordura instead. And it'll look better too. Like when you're asking me about my scissors, these got dropped. I didn't drop them. They got knocked off the table or something, and now they barely cut the thread. You can see because they don't, if I push them, they close. And I have a bunch of these brand new in packages, same exact part number and everything, but they've changed this so my fingers stick. So now when I'm using them, I physically have to pull them off. So this basically what I've made here is just 3-inch webbing. Am I about to? I am building this incorrectly. See, I didn't take that into consideration. I was making this out of 3-inch webbing and just leaving it raw, but I don't want to leave this Cordura raw, so what I need to actually do is add 1 inch or so into this so that I can actually hem the edge under to where it becomes concealed. But do I have enough? 1, 2, 3. No, I really don't. Okay, we're just going to build this one this way for the. And the next ones we'll bake them longer where the edge gets concealed under. And the reason we're leaving these open on the bottom, I will show you why in a few minutes. Okay, so there's that. Now we need to build the face, so process of elimination. Might as well go ahead and, is this 2? Yeah, it is. Hem this so it's twice. You could roll it and do it all in one pass. But this here, you can make it completely centered or you can just butt it up. See how I made this about 3/4 and this one's wider. They don't have to be right in the center. We're going to conceal this. You're never going to see it. This becomes that front piece that Velcros, keeps the radio in. And really we're just building this here with this so that you have the pattern on the front of the pouch. Have more of the pattern the guys are paying, you know, to have. So there you saw we folded it twice. This one I'm going to do all in one pass. Well, I'm going to hem it all in one pass. See how it won't cut that thread?
Yeah. It's like sticking in between the blades and just folding it over.
That's exact. It's mush in it. That's exactly what's happening. Yep. All these flies flying around in here. We had the doors open for days, so it'll take a few days for everything in here to die off. Pretty full speed this weekend. I went to bed last night at about 11 and ended up getting up at midnight. Came downstairs, cut a bunch of belts, and then went back to bed about 1. Got up at 4:30 this morning. I feel it a little bit. I just feel like a little askew, you know?
A little groggy or something?
No, just like not 100%, more like 75. And I was thinking, yeah, I'll probably just catch up on sleep this weekend, but nope. Yeah, we got some shit we're doing Saturday, and next weekend we're heading to Kentucky. All right, so this and this, I'm going to take a couple of these Powell's webbings. We cut them all the same size, just so we don't have to cut 3 separate sizes. So I'm going to sew this one real small. This is just the one that's going to capture the bungee. So I'm going to sew it further in. You could totally save webbing and cut them shorter, but for me it's easier just to have one part number than 3 separate parts in different sizes. This one I'm going to leave long. This is actually the pull tab to rip the Velcro up. I'm just tacking those in like 1, 2, and about half, so 1, 2, 3. So there's that. Now we're going to conceal all of that. And you can see how that line that was not down the center, it's folded under. You don't even see it. It's concealed. And then we're going to conceal it with this Velcro right here. By we, I mean me. Yours might look good, but it won't look this good. I'm the best. One day I'll be gone though, and one of you guys will be the best. Probably not. You guys will probably go before I do. All right, so there's that. There's the face, there's the cover, there's the back. Let's go ahead and put this Powell's on here. I want to go from the top down. First, I want to go ahead and put this in here. We're going to put this inside. This is the cradle. This is what limits the depth of the radio. I'm going to go ahead and sew that close, tack that in, come across there. There it is. Oh my God, did you see that? Now, if this was a product going to a customer, we would have folded this under. I didn't take that into consideration. So we'll adjust the cutlass, and in this, instead of being 11 inches, it'll become 12, so we can sew that under. This here should have gone between, well, we'll go ahead and do that because that's the proper way to do it. We'll go ahead and open this up. You could totally put it on the inside. Not going to be a big deal. If I was putting mags or something sharp in there, I wouldn't want this here because that mag's going to go. It's going to break the scab on there, and sooner or later that client's going to want to warranty that because he sees webbing fraying. So the fix to that is just to conceal it inside here where it can't be broken open. What is this? This is, looks like 1. The bigger this is, the deeper the radio will sit, which maybe you want your radio deeper. And we want to put this on because that's going to determine front and back. Either side could be front or back. They're identical until you put Powell's on them. So this obviously is the back. We were talking, my friend was like, hey, do you want this stuff? I said, how much is available? He's like, miles. I'm buying miles of it. How much do you want? I'm like, how many feet's available? It's normally $10 a foot. I think that's what he said. I'm going to tack this in just single line right here and make sure I don't have shift, doesn't look crooked or super goony bird. Once we sew that other cover, once we sew the cover on the sides, you're going to have a lot more lines of stitching through all that Powell's anyways. And while we're here, I'm going to go ahead and put a center line in this. We should be right at 3, which it looks like we are. Which means if I hold this on the edge, that'll space that right at 1.5, which it does. And because I'm sewing this way, I don't want this pals to shift. I'm going to strike right in the middle here. Run into the next one, push this, hold it in place. Same thing here.
Did you get it?
Nah, it got very lucky. I thought I had it. So there's that. Did you say you had ice this morning?
Ice?
Yeah. Frost?
Yeah, we did. It's like 32 degrees.
So it's chilly in here in the gym this morning. I actually put a hoodie on. But right now I was just thinking, man, it's hot in here.
It's already snowing up on top of like Gatlinburg and stuff.
Be pretty. So what we do is we go get 2 of those snow blowers like they use on the ski resorts. We just put one in the front, one in the back. It'll cover the whole place. Because they're like rainbirds, you know, they spray. Yeah. We can go up to one of those closed ski resorts up there and just get, I bet that we could just get one.
There's probably some sitting up there.
I'm sure. Okay, there's that. Here's this, there's that. And this will go, how do we run that knot through there? Who wants to win this Tiger Stripe radio pouch? We will do a giveaway on Patreon. So that's how to build it. You go build yours. And then if you're like, I don't want to build this, we will sell you one.
It's easier just to buy one.
Yeah. I mean, some guys are crafty, they'll figure it out. Maybe one of these dudes is like, man, I've mastered this. I can build 100 in a weekend, in which case I'll buy them wholesale. All right, so there's that. We're gonna go and chop those pals off once we get out there in the hot knife. And now I'm gonna show you how I actually make colored pals or cordura, or maybe you just don't have the webbing you need. So I'm gonna fold this also to the center. Doesn't have to be dead center. It doesn't have to be exactly half. I just need a hem on here. I'm applying tension here as I'm running this through. So the machine's pulling it, but I'm actually holding it, which is stretching, which is going to make it lay down flatter. And you could even completely mess up and have a little hem here, and as you get down it gets bigger, because we're just going to bring this in to meet that edge. And we're going to cover it. We're going to conceal all of it. So here comes this. Now let's see if we're actually at 1 inch. Man, we are.
Are you ever running?
I haven't made this in a long time. Like we have, man, that damn fly. When you give this to employees, you'll have 1, maybe 2 that can really nail it out of the park, and then some are like all wobbly and goony bird. And if you do this, just do it a couple inches at a time, and you can feel with your finger when it's butted up perfect. And I'm still applying tension. I'm kind of stretching, which makes it lay nice and flat. We hope. And my lighting is terrible. It probably looks badass on this monitor you guys are watching it on. But my lighting here for me is horrible. So it should be easier for you. Am I out of thread? Nope. Yeah, something's going on. See how it's starting to pucker? So just pull that back out. The tension's not good on that, but it'll hold it together. Let's see what's going on in this bobbin here. Yep, see, there it was. Getting towards the end, so it's super tight here, so the tension really changes. That's where that knot was I just pulled through there. That's what that bong sound was. Bong. Like Lil Mary. Like Lil Mary Pong, huh?
Is it just like loop?
It's just a knot I tied in to pull all of it through.
Oh, okay, I gotcha. It was just to keep it one piece.
Well, it had a different color on there, yeah.
Ah.
So instead of unthreading the whole thing, you just tie it on and pull it through. But you want to do it gently so that when it comes to these tensioners, if it stutters, it'll cut you to the bone. Your hand will run right across that cord. It's nylon thread. Use a little bit bigger nylon thread, it'll cut, you know, right into a dude's neck. That's how you make a garrote. Have you ever not like been coming onto an island out of a submarine and had to take out a sentry with a garrote?
Nope.
You'll get it. It'll happen.
It'll happen. Eventually.
Probably involve a space station and a mini sub. If you're not sure how to do it, just watch some old James Bond movies.
A lot of islands and mini subs.
Yeah. Have you not ever seen a James Bond movie?
Nope.
Yeah, Monaco, you know.
Never seen a James Bond movie in my entire life.
What about Austin Powers?
Every Austin Powers movie.
Okay, same
Multiple
thing.
times.
Same thing. Just bad teeth.
Perfect.
All right. Now we're going to put this 1-inch edge tape to conceal this. We have a machine out there that does all of this in one pass. Now hopefully your edge tape is actually 1 inch. Some of it's not. Needle strike down. I'm through the edge tape and the Cordura. And now you can kind of, okay, it's all concealed. Apply tension on both pieces. Run it for a few stitches. Same thing. And you can do it tape up if that's easier for you, whatever you're comfortable with. But just I can rock side to side and get it to line up where I want. And when you're getting comfortable with this, like you can take a razor blade and just edge them up like that and just do a couple inches at a time. They also make a magnet with a straight edge on there that might make it easier for you also. This is how we made all of our pals. We did this for years like this. So I've sewn one side, sewn the other. Now I'm putting tape on. This is the third line, then I'm going to put a fourth, and then we used to put a line down the middle. So every 60 inches or so of pals webbing we made required 5 lines of stitching, literally 5 passes. And here, for some reason, I'm seeing edge tape on both sides, which means I was wavy when I cut that webbing cut that material. probably right at 2 instead of like 2 inches and a half. If you're like, what is this dude talking about? A couple of years from now, it'll dawn on you. You're gonna be like, that's what he meant. If you do this for a lot for 2 years, if you don't know what I'm talking about. Going into the construction trades, like you need somebody to do framing and building with what 2x4s, you know, dimensional shit. If you took every person that wanted to work and gave them a test to read a tape measure, you would hire nobody. You'd hire like 10%. 90% of people can't read a fucking tape measure.
My favorite is when my dad used to get on to me for marking wood to cut with a marker. Same thing would happen where I would hand him a 2x4 that I marked at 32 inches. Then I'd hand them the next one, be completely off by like half an inch just because I was like a marker.
Because you kept going, yeah. It amplifies, yeah. All right, let's try. I really feel like I should be doing this one taped down also, but we'll try it, see if we can buzz through this real quick. I feel like it's not the way to do it. Pretty good. I'm running it through my finger, I'm running it through my thumb, I'm holding my finger, which is also pushing it this way at the same time. Very nice.
Very nice.
My cousin Bilo.
That, like the bobbin grease does itself?
That wine's over here.
Gotcha.
That's what I'm reloading. Somebody hit me up. I sent you a link to it. Somebody hit me up about their haunted corn maze.
Yeah.
It's right up past Jackson. They're like, you should come out. I'm going to talk to them, see about coming out like during the day so we can drone first. And then hang out and go through at night and we'll video it. Maybe we can see if they'll let us go through during the day so you can kind of get both aspects of it.
Yeah.
Also, I think it'd be a good interview, like corn maze, super cool. What made you want a haunted house? Like, what's the story of it, you know?
Can we put a snorri cam on you?
A story cam?
Snorri cam straps to you.
Yeah.
So it looks right at you, so you have your hands free.
Oh, we can totally do that.
Okay, I've got one.
Yeah. I just think it'd be cool, go through during the day, at night, like what's the profitability? Where's the money come? Do you do this because you love it? No, it's a badass bit, like, you know, find out everything about it. All right, so this guy ordered, whoever this is, ordered a 24-inch lanyard. Shit, I wonder if he ordered, I think he ordered a 24-inch lanyard. It might be a Cobra lanyard. I should probably go look first before we throw this into something that it's not. So a lot of times when I'm doing this, I'll just make my marks on my table. I need this to be 24 inches, so I'm going to go 12, 12. There's 24. That's how I measure like dog leashes and stuff like that. This is a simple 24-inch lanyard, which means it's just going to have this clip. I've already burnt this side. So I'm going to go here, fold it in half. So there's my double. And then I'm going to run 2 inches past that because we're going to fold that over and sew it. So this will be right here. See those scissors barely chomping on that thing? They're just not cutting. They're not grabbing. There's that. Now I'm just going to take this, and the way I do these is I just put them right here. I always want my gate to be on the right hand side. That's how I build almost well, I try to build everything that way. There'll be some dudes like, mine's the wrong way. So there's that, and I'm going to just kind of get that set where I want it. How much do I want to kill of it? There we go. Now I'm just going to get a stitch line in here, down lower towards the hardware. Right there. And now we're going to take that raw edge, we're going to tuck it under here, conceal it, so it'll give you a nice finished, and it'll give you a second line to back this up. Not that that first line's ever coming out of there, but redundancy always. So there's, we'll burn off those little pieces. Might as well go ahead and catch the rest of it while we're here. Man, it looks perfect. All right, so there's that for that client. That's how we build PALs. Here is the original radio pouch. The 3-inch webbing is getting more difficult to get consistently. So fuck it, we'll make our own, and that's what I showed you there. So whatever width your webbing is, if you need a 2-inch webbing, 4-inch Cordura, fold it over. You can totally conserve material, and instead of, like, this was 3-inch, so it's 6 wide, you could just go half-inch, half-inch. But spend the extra money on the material, it's pennies, and bring it into the center, bottom up. It's way faster. You're going to pay a lot more time and labor trying to save material. Material is always the less cost, labor is the most. So there it is. We're going to cut the PALs off. We'll give this away on Patreon next week. This one is going to whichever one of you guys ordered this. So if you like these videos, leave some comments. If you want us to continue doing these, again, leave some comments. I do a live video every night at 9 o'clock. We walk around the shop. The first few minutes of the video, I show you what we made, what's available. And then past that, we talk about whatever you guys want. So jump on there, check it out. If you want to enter to win, we do the giveaways on Patreon. And then we have a membership. We have a tiered level membership on our YouTube channel. At about 50% of our content is in that membership level now. So don't want to be a member, no problem. It all comes out free 3 months later. See you guys.